And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Okay, we're gonna look here at this press conference. And first of all, I think my line is caught there. I gotta try to get that. I got it. I think I got it here for my audio. Chief at FetcherNews.com or 706-889-9700. You can get in touch with me. Now, yesterday, before we go to the video, Nunes Intelligence Community, Nunes, I think it's N-U-N-E-S, Nunes. All right, Intelligence Community collected information on individuals involved in Trump transition. At a brief press briefing on Wednesday, House Intelligence Committee Chairman Representative Devin Nunes, Republican of California, said the intelligence community incidentally collected information on individuals involved then U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's transition team. So when he says Donald Trump says they wiretapped, Trump Tower. You remember he was lied about the president. When will he apologize? When will he apologize? I hope when hell freezes over. I'm serious. Is my volume on? I didn't pause it and raise it. All right. That's when I hope he apologizes. Because Donald Trump said that he had information that Trump Tower had been wiretapped. Now, let's go down the road like we always say, right? We always say, really? Trump Tower? No, he didn't really mean the alligator clips down in the basement, stuck to the wire with the guy in the earpiece listening. You and I know what modern surveillance can be like. You have modern surveillance in your life every day. Every day. Oh, I just checked in to get a hamburger somewhere. Your phone tells everybody where you're at. You're in modern surveillance all the time with these phones. So wiretapping, modern surveillance, you don't think they can ping your, just saying, all right? So House Intelligence incidentally collected. Now, all the time we've seen that golden elevator at Trump Tower, somebody going in, up the elevator, back down. Oh, how was it meeting with Mr. Trump and the team? Okay, the transition team, it's going well, it's going well. All those people in and out of Trump Tower. So you think, now this is my words. These are my words, okay? So I'm thinking, we're watching it and we're wondering what the hell really is going on up there on the 17th floor? Look at who's going in now. Look at who's going in there now. Look at that billionaire there. Look at, Jim Brown and look at Steve Harvey. The list goes on, right? Kanye West went, right? I'm serious. Trump Tower. So you got to be Obama, and the ego that this guy has, he thinks he's God. Barack Obama thinks he is God. I'm serious, okay? So the ego this guy has got to be watching and say, what the hell are they talking about in there? Brother would like to know what's going on that 17th floor of Trump Tower. I'm serious, just saying, right? Could it happen? Hell yes, it could happen, and it did. Details of U.S. persons involved with the incoming administration were widely disseminated in intelligence community reporting. Nunes said he said that the identities of additional Trump transition team members were unmasked or identified by name in intelligence reports. I mean, notice, he's not waiting. This is serious, folks. You can't do this to the American citizens. You cannot do this. The only unmasking they're concerned about is Barack Obama at the end. That's what's got their heads spinning off, okay? He said that the identities of the additional Trump transition team were unmasked, okay? Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn's conversations with Russian ambassadors were caught by surveillance and his name leaked to the press earlier. So let's play Nunes's. Now wait a minute. Nunes goes to wait. Don't play it yet. Don't play it yet. That's my fault. My bad. All right. But he goes to, all right. He goes to the Mike Pompeo, all right, in the NSA. He goes to CIA. He goes to Mike Pompeo. He is getting so much heat for why he went and told the president. I mean, this is big. I got to go tell the president. He's getting a lot of heat. He goes to Mike Pompeo at the CIA. They know about it. He goes to the NSA, all right, because he didn't go tell Adam Schiff, so Adam Schiff could call the Obama distraction team and disruption team and the attack team that they have and get them in full circle and give them a heads up, MoveOn.org, OFA, all the above. Because he did the right thing because of these concerns, he goes straight to the White House. CIA knows. He's got some information, folks. Donald Trump said it. Now play this video. I'll stop it from time to time. This is what he comes out and says yesterday.
A lot of you in the past, but just in order to keep you all fully updated on what's happening with this investigation, today I briefed the president on the concerns that I had about incidental collection and how it relates to President-elect Trump and his transition team and the concerns that I have. As I said earlier, there'll be more information, hopefully by Friday. The NSA is cooperating very, very well. And lastly, I'll say that the reports that I was able to see did not have anything to do with Russia or the Russia investigation or any tie to the Trump team. And with that, I'll love to take a couple questions if you have them.
Chairman, quick question. Why is it appropriate for you to brief President Trump, given it's his own administration or campaign associates that are a part of this investigation?
Because what I saw has nothing to do with Russia and nothing to do with the Russia investigation. Has everything to do with possible surveillance activities, and the president needs to know that these intelligence reports are out there, and I have a duty to tell him that.
Does it appear that you'd be drawing conclusions before it was completed, Chairman?
I'm not drawing any conclusion. I'm just telling the president what exists in intelligence reports.
Was the subjects of the surveillance under FISA order?
It appears so. I don't want to get too much into those details, but these were intelligence reports, and it brings up a lot of concerns about, whether things were properly minimized or not. But I will tell you, I've only seen.
Okay. Intelligence reports. Let me see. Intelligence reports. Who would do intelligence reports? Oh, hell, James Clapper. No, not the lion Clapper, right? James Clapper, huh? Maybe James Clapper? Who else in intelligence? Brennan, right? Now, just last week, the media, the Obama defense team media, was going through and saying, Clapper said it could not happen, and it did not happen. Absolutely. Brennan, all the shows, no, absolutely, this did not happen. It did not take place. Folks, if Clapper or Brennan did this, were involved in any way, that means Barack Obama did it. Well, wait, folks, I understand. FetchYourNews.com. If one of our associates here do something, I'm the one running the show. So let me tell you something. He did the exact correct thing. He went to NSA, he went to CIA, he went to the President of the United States. Guess what? When the surveillance was going on, you had the NSA, the CIA, went to the President of the United States. Just a different President of the United States. Maybe President of the United States said, is there any way of just finding out what they're talking about? Because I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with Russia, right? Nothing to do with Russia. Obama was gathering all the information he could on anybody he could to disrupt all of your confirmation hearings for your cabinet members, to disrupt anything Donald Trump was planning to do to get off the ground as president. Had nothing to do with Russia. They're highly concerning. He took them to the president. Let's listen a little more to this video before we take our next break. Go back, Sam.
Have the full scope of all the intelligence reports that were produced, or who ordered the unmasking of additional names. And we're hoping to get that. Yes.
Are you saying the surveillance, if it wasn't related to Russia or anything like that, are you saying that it was political surveillance of political opponents, as the president has suggested in his tweets?
What I've read bothers me, and I think it should bother the president himself and his team, because I think some of it seems to be inappropriate. But like I said, until we get all the information to the committee, it's hard to really say until we see it in its totality.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
We knew that there was some incidental collection because Lieutenant General Michael Flynn was caught up talking with Sergei Kislyak.
Right.
Does this go beyond that, and does this qualify as the sort of wiretapping that the president was tweeting about?
Well, it definitely goes beyond what happened to General Flynn. Now, of course, we don't actually know yet officially what happened to General Flynn. We just know that his name leaked out, but we don't know how it was picked up yet. That's one of the things that we asked for in our March 15th letter, was for the NSA, CIA, and FBI to get us all the unmasking that was done. And I'll tell you, NSA is being cooperative, but so far the FBI has not told us whether or not they're going to respond to our March 15th letter, which is now a couple weeks old.
And again, does this seem to describe what the president was talking about? What he was talking about, quote, wiretapping, which they then said was broader surveillance?
What I've read seems to me to be some level of surveillance activity, perhaps legal, but I don't know that it's right, and I don't know that the American people would be comfortable with what I've read. But let us get all the reports.
The president was correct.
Okay, folks. What I have read bothers me. Now, we're breaking this down for a reason. It's very serious. This guy is serious. This guy is not Adam Schiff. This is not Nancy Pelosi. This is not Chucky Schumer. This is not one of these left whack jobs. This chairman of the Intelligence Committee, Nunes, is very serious. And I can tell when something he has seen really bothers him. You can tell that in his demeanor. And he says, what I have read bothers me. Okay? He's high ranking. You are the chair of the Intelligence Committee. You get briefed on the highest ranking security intelligence in the world. This guy sees. He understands what he's looking at. Okay? He understands what's critical. He didn't just become chairman of this committee because he drew the short straw. Okay? This guy sees he has access. And he says, you know what? What I see bothers me. And it should bother the president. NSA is cooperating. FBI has not responded yet to the letter they sent. Perhaps legal. Now, you have all the media coming out, and all they are saying is they don't see any illegal surveillance. Listen to what he said. Perhaps legal. Perhaps it was legal surveillance. Unmasking. But he said what he has read should and probably will trouble the American people. Now, you don't go and do and stretch your neck out for Donald Trump or anybody like this guy has done, if there's not something there very disturbing. The unmasking is Obama. Take another break. We're going to come back and look a little further into this video. At 9:15, we're going to look at dark fiber. Who's running it up the North Georgia rail line? We're going to look at that a little closer. And also, we are going to talk about the American health care bill. Where is that going today? Will that pass? So take a break, Sam.
Don't miss the 35th Annual Atlanta International Auto Show, where you can shop and compare from hundreds of new cars, trucks, and SUVs from over 27 major manufacturers in one location. You'll also see debuting models for 2018, the latest in alternative fuel vehicles, and great special attractions. It's only once a year and 5 big days. March 22nd through the 26th, Georgia World Congress Center on Northside Drive.
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Ellijay.
There comes a time when the hard way is the only way. Ordering Pizza Hut is not that time. When I want a $7.99 large pizza from Pizza Hut, I can order with this, and now from my Pizza Hut Pie Tops.
Here's your large 2-topping Pizza Hut pizza.
Easy as pie.
Now get a large 2-topping pizza for just $7.99. It's the best pizza delivery deal.
Because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Better days ahead. At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we make everything better. It all starts with a huge new Chevy selection. Then we heap on the discounts to make sure your Chevy price is the lowest you'll find anywhere. And if you like great customer service, you'll love it at Days. Bigger selection, lower prices, easy financing, and great customer service. Your better day is just ahead at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You can reach us at 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com. I want to thank you out there. I get to rolling, and you know, I listened to the audio, and I listened to the audio. And I know I butcher so many things when I get rolling. And yes, I want to thank you, Nunes. Nunes is the guy's name and seems to be the pronunciation. Chairman Nunes. So thank you very much. I want to thank you for that. Let's continue to look at Nunes's Nunes's press conference from the White House and what's got them spinning their heads off of the possible unmasking of Barack Obama. So go right ahead there. Let's finish. Keep up with the video there, Sam. Sam, you're doing an awesome job. Keep it.
Definitely goes beyond what happened to General Flynn. Now, of course, we don't actually know yet officially what happened to General Flynn. We just know that his name leaked out, but we don't know how it was picked up yet. That's one of the things that we asked for in our March 15th letter, was for the NSA, CIA, and FBI to get us all the unmasking that was done. And I'll tell you, NSA is being cooperative, but so far the FBI has not told us whether or not they're going to respond to our March 15th letter, which is now a couple weeks old.
And again, does this seem to describe what the president was talking about? What he was talking about, quote, wiretapping, which they then said was broader surveillance?
What I've read seems to me to be some level of surveillance activity, perhaps legal, but I don't know that it's right, and I don't know that the American people would be comfortable with what I've read. But let us get all the reports.
The president was correct in what he tweeted?
It is possible.
Yes, sir. The president said that President Obama tapped his phones.
No. That did not happen. I've said this for many weeks, including the day after, a couple days after, in front of the press. That never happened. So that never happened.
Did President Obama order any kind of surveillance of the president?
Well,
the president-elect?
we don't know who sent the taskings. If the taskings were changed into what went into these intelligence reports, but we're going to try to find that out.
Congressman, permission to put out this information today. Did the Justice Department give you the okay to talk about this?
Justice Department doesn't have anything to do with this.
So
This is information that was brought to me that I thought the president needed to know about incidental collection, where the president himself and others in the Trump transition team were clearly put into intelligence reports that ended up at this White House and across a whole bunch of other agencies. And I thought it was important for the president to know this. That's why I briefed the speaker this morning, and I came down here as soon as I could.
Thank you,
Hold on.
How many people are you seeing in these reports, and do any of them currently work at the White House for Mr. Trump?
Yeah, well, I don't want to get into the specifics of it because look, I was only able to see a few dozen, of which I think a lot of it does have foreign intelligence value. So let's not.
Reports or people?
There were dozens of reports that I was able to see that we're hoping that the NSA, FBI, CIA will provide, because I know they exist, so I want them to provide them to our committee so that all the members have an opportunity to see what I've been shown. Yes, sir, right here. I think the president is concerned, and he should be. I think he'd like to see these reports. And I'd hopefully when we get them, hopefully they'll get them to the White House also.
Chairman, do you believe the president appropriately used the word wiretapping? Was it used correctly in his tweets based on the information that you have seen?
Well, look, I think the wiretapping, if you use it generally, like the president has said, he clearly, used it differently than what I think a lot of people took it, which was, did Obama actually wiretap Trump Tower, which we know didn't happen. I think the president's been pretty clear on that.
But the physical act of wiretapping, do you see anything in the information?
No, and I said that on day 2 after.
Chairman, can you rule out the possibility that senior Obama administration officials were involved in this?
No, we cannot.
Chairman, given that you have said there was a...
Okay, we're going to hold that right there. Sam, hold the place if you can. I might come back to it. Can you rule out Obama was involved? No, we cannot. Is it possible? Was Trump correct in his tweets? It is possible. It is possible. And it's in intelligence reports. Folks, this will spin back to Brennan. This will spin back to Clapper. This will spin back to Obama. The people that need to be unmasked. We have the things, we have what's in place now in our Department of Justice. And I tell you what, the Department of Justice, Jeff Sessions, Attorney General, it'll spin back to them. I'm telling you now. Nunes found something, and he did not give, you got to call it the other side, enemy, whatever you want to be, call it. He did not give them heads up because he knew what they would do, and their heads are spinning off. Joe Scarborough says it's under a cloud of investigation. It's a drip, drip, drip of evidence coming out. The White House is under a cloud, under investigation. Wall Street's collapsing, business concern. Let me handle this 38% approval rating, okay? If you are watching the media and you see a kid that shows up to school, they just Google it, it's somewhere out there, with a Trump hat, and somebody beats the hell out of them. I'm serious. Really? I'm serious. I'm serious. If you see that, right? If you see accounts on the news where Trump supporters are being attacked, if you see the violence at these liberal rallies that's taking place, the anger and the hate, if somebody called you on approval rating of Donald Trump, you see, now this is where they're going to think that I'm silly. But I do believe the majority of the American people believe that they can do surveillance of your phone. See, most people understand that, you know, your phone knows where you're at all times. So you pick up this phone and somebody on the other side wants to know how you feel about the president's approval rating or job performance and ask questions. You know how many people are not answering that question because they don't want the attack team of the left showing up? Or they don't want any problems with their family because they see what's happening? Do not believe the 38% approval rating. Do not believe that, okay? It's not true. People will not. Remember, every time you see the 38% approval rating for the President of the United States, remember the ceiling during the primary. Remember, he could get no more than 33%. You remember during the primary with all the candidates, his ceiling. We'll see what happens when he has to appeal to all Republicans. We'll see what happens when he has to appeal to Americans all across, Democrats, Independents. Then we will see what happens. Remember those numbers? Remember all of his polling numbers? Then somehow he became president of the United States with only a 30-some% approval rating. And it was not the Russians is how he became president of the United States. I asked you to watch the FBI hearings. Yesterday, when we went over the story concerning the young lady in the freshman, 14 years old, raped in Montgomery County, Maryland, at Rockville High School, I said, and you think that was the Russians? Hell no. Those are the people that are holding those signs outside that we put up yesterday, keep our kids safe. The Russians had nothing to do with that at the polls that voted for Donald Trump. Google MS-13 and Long Island. Just take a minute. Long Island and MS-13. Out on the island. Now, if you're around New York, you call it, out on the island. How far out on the island do you live? Out on the island. So you go out on the island there. These are middle class, upper class kids, all right, that are being attacked by illegals in this gang MS-13. There's kids been killed in Long Island. This is in New York. This is not out in Arkansas somewhere. Trust me, folks. Trust me. The Russians are not the reason in any way, shape, or form that Donald Trump's president of the United States, and don't fall for the 38% approval rating, okay? Just saying. Take a break, Sam. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about dark fiber. We're going to talk a little bit more about that schools, your schools. We got a couple things to go over. Sam, take us out of here so I can get ready for the next.